Oh, for the love of God. This is what we're expecting? That's not promising at all. Hello. Welcome everyone to JLABTV. I'm JLAB and this is Football Manager 2021 The Youth Academy Challenge with Siena, and this intake's not healthy looking at all, even if it's apparently a golden generation, which is telling me nothing at all. As far as I'm aware, this literally could just say, yeah, you've got no defensive midfielders, no wing backs, your goalkeepers are rubbish, your fullbacks are rubbish, despite the fact we've got to get a load of them. Your centre backs are bad too, so that's pretty much the back four. Plus the fact, okay, everyone defensively is bad. Okay, one midfielders don't look great. Okay, that's not good at all. Most of our attacking midfielders are below the grade. Right, that's another attacking. Most of the wingers are bad as well. Right, and most of our strikers look like they fall below the okay, so that's every position apart from the centre midfielder. And even then, they say most, so we may get a good goalkeeper, we may get a good centre back, we may get a good attacking midfielder, we may get a good striker, because they say most. So I'll say, yeah, okay. Most of them look bad, but they could be good if we're lucky. Cool. Either way, Steve Hamill hasn't really, he's got the person. Most of the players that come through are resolute now, or become resolute after a bit of tinkering, a bit of work. So personality-wise, he's done really well, and he's got good stats for a head of youth development. But come on, this has got to be something I need to look into surely at some point in the future, because he's not helping us anymore. The former Motherwell player, he's been about a couple of seasons at Southend, isn't really helping us at this point. He's been here for about 7 years now, almost, and maybe we need to look into a new head of youth development. I say that. I don't say that lightly. I don't like the idea I have to even say that, because I think he's probably the best we can find right now, and I'll show you. Okay, I say that and immediately this guy comes up, but he's not as good. And he's just retired too from Barry. He's actually a former player of ours too. That'd be ironic if we can get this guy to come in as a former player of ours. We need to look at it and say, is the players that we want going to be good enough? I mean, this guy is fairly ambitious, but he's not as good as Hamel. So no one that we can get right now is probably going to be as good as Hamel, which is a bit annoying. And this guy is at First Teller. They just got relegated, so not even worth talking to. So yeah, most players that we want wouldn't be as good as what we're looking for. So I'd say apart from this guy who's got the personality I'm looking for, hasn't got the formation I'm looking for. So I don't know. It's one of those things. We need to look at that and say, what point do we say no? Because honestly, I don't think there's anyone that can come in that we can really absolutely say fits the mold right now. Yeah, that's just how I feel on the whole thing, honestly. But still, despite that, and despite the fact that we haven't had as good intakes as we like, this guy has still brought in some really good players in the past, so it's not like it's impossible. And we've had 3 games since we last met, and I've started to realize that maybe the tactic we're using is very good for teams against are not as good as us, but against teams that are better or are just around the same abilities as us, we seem to struggle a bit more. So you see what I mean when I show these next 3 results. So the first game we had, we won 6-0. Like literally the game after we took on Ivana, we scored 6. Scabato scored the opening goal against like 3 minutes. And this is a team that is one of the worst teams in the division. And Sonelli plays his throw in, and we get to this after Scabato pounces on the mistake from the goalkeeper, make it 2-0 inside 6 minutes. It's 3-0 inside 18 or 19 minutes in, and yeah, Sonelli plays in the middle, and Scabato has got an 18-minute hat-trick. It's good. It's really good stuff. And it's 4-0 just before half-time, 47 minutes in. Rondi plays it in the middle, and Scabato makes it 4. He's doing well already. And we do make it 5 inside the 53rd minute of the game, and I've never had a game where I've had won by 5 or more goals, so this is a new experience for me, as Oliver makes it 5. And we make it 6 after Oliver plays Scabato in, who gets his 5th of the game, a very good finish, 69 minutes in. I was hoping for more, honestly, but we didn't get more. And despite that, we still missed the penalty as well. So Oliver's missed the penalty. I think he's hit the post, or the keeper. I don't know what happens here, but he doesn't come charge after it. Yeah, the keeper saves it. He actually gets to this first, but we still lose it anyway. So yeah, could have been more. It could have been 7, and that's what I'm going to say. Aglionesi didn't have the best of games. Gabat had an average rating of 10. Despite this, Anthony had an average rating of 6.5. Why I played him, I don't know, but yeah, it's one of those things. We had an XG of 4.11, so our chances were very, very good. And the fact that we won by 6 goals for the first time in 9 seasons, we got a 5+ goal win, and the first time in 11 seasons. This is the 11th season I've been playing in this game, and that's the first time I got more than 5 goals win, which tells you how bad I've been at times, doesn't it? The next game we had was against Gabriel away from home, and we did well. Oliver plays this in the middle, and Batiari scores. I think it's his 6th goal of the season, which is good. He's playing as a winger today, and we make it 2-0 inside 20 minutes, but Binny finds Bondi, who does this. It's a very nice finish. I was thinking, yeah, we can't get better than that. Then Bondi does this. He's literally had the ball, given to him by Binny, and he just runs and runs and runs, and he still scores in that sort of angle, and it's 3-0 inside 42 minutes, and that is the best goal he's ever scored, I think, for us. And he's had quite a few really good goals. Oliver scores his first of the game, 51 minutes in, his second in 2, could have been third in 2, but it is the fact we didn't get the penalty last time. And Tanochi again disappoints. And only actually didn't have the best of games either here. So 2 players I was disappointed by. But we won 4-0. Actually 2.14. They actually had 10 shots, but they didn't take their chances. So again, something to look into and wonder where we can improve. But we managed to win against a team that's in the relegation zone. So the last game we had was against the team that's coming top of the table, Caresse, and we conceded the free kick. They scored from the free kick, and we should have won this game, or at least got a point. We had more chances, we had better chances, we just didn't take our chances. It's one of those things that's going to haunt us for a while, and despite the fact we've got 10 goals in the last 2 games, we couldn't get a goal here, and we conceded. So, yeah, wasn't our best game, but still, in 3 matches, we scored 10 times, I conceded 1, a +9 goal difference. That helps us in the goal difference department, at least anyway. Whereas these 3 games leave us on the table as Antonio is published again. So in 13th place, with 4 points clear of 14th place, same with an essay, we've got Fernando next, who've actually not done very well in the last couple of games. And if we win, we can go above them in the table. I want to be able to say the playoffs is possible, but we're in a position where we are 8 points away from the promotion playoffs and 8 points away from the relegation playoffs. So we're stuck in the middle of a very unwanted situation, honestly. And Caresse, as you can tell from the top of the table now, are quite comfortably running away with it. And I say running away with it, they're not running away with it. Ravenna, who beat us, have actually won their last 5 matches at least. Yeah, they won the last 6 matches, so we're just in that line of teams that were beaten by them. So we lost to the top 2 teams in recent times. Actually, we lost to the top 3 teams. The only thing we've beaten in the top half, I think, is Vispasaro, which is a very concern. Because we've beaten the bottom 6 teams too, and we lost against a team that's in 14th. We've lost against a team that's in 11th. We lost against a team... Okay, we drew against a team that's in 10th. We lost against a team that's in 9th. We lost against a team that's in 8th. We drew against a team that's in 7th. We lost against a team that's in 6th. We lost against a team that's in 4th. So, we don't have a good record against a team in the top half. Bottom half, we're absolutely wonderful. We're really good against them. Top half, not so much. And I look at this, and I also look at this season preview. We're in, set to be in 11th now, but look at how tight the odds are. From 15th place with Enna, all the way up to 7th place Chester Libertes. Doesn't that speak volumes about how good the teams are in this division, outside of the top 6? The fact that there's nothing to really choose from a lot of these teams is a bit concerning. But we need to beat against, we need to get a win against Femena, just to say that we can actually win against teams that are above us on the table. Because Vispasaro, despite the fact they are in a good position, they are still a decent team. And I'm genuinely concerned now that I'm not going to be able to do very well against some of the better teams in the division. They want us to go balanced. I don't want to go balanced. But yeah, we're going to play this game. I actually brought up Cantoro again, because he's now this good. He's not consistent, yes, and he's not good in the heading department, but this guy has a lot of potential, a lot of talent, and I feel like this guy has to play for us in the advanced playmaker role because he's just that good now. Antonucci is also just, well, his average rating speaks for itself, 6.47. I don't know why I play him anymore, but I guess I have no choice half the time. Actually, we'll drop him for Tadia. How's Tadia? Actually, we're going to play Ferrara this time because he's got an average rating of 8.3. I think it tells me a lot that maybe we should give him a chance every so often. Either way, we're going to play this game against Femena, front two of Oliver and Scapato. I mean, they proved they could score goals. They got 7 goals between the last 3 matches. But TL got a couple of goals as well. Bondi isn't starting because he got himself injured, I think. I've actually lost him. What the hell am I doing? Community. Oh, I've one on the bench. Community is suspended. So Serpi starts. And Sanelli also starts because, well, DiBiase got himself injured. He's still injured, technically. And actually, I'm going to take Sanelli off because despite the fact he's a good player, he's not been great as of late. And Bonucci's going to come on too. Instead, he can play in the role, he can play the position, and it's good for us that we got plenty of players that can play the roles, right? Either way, we're going to see what this happens, and we're going to hope for that. No, we're going to be on Bondi because despite the fact he had a bad game last time out, he's been pretty good recently as well. So let's give him some time and let's throw this together and see if we can get all 3 points. I think we can win. I really think we can win this game. It's just a matter of making sure we do it, right? Right? Got a throw. Bonucci finds Bertiel, and it's been back to Bonucci, and Bondi puts it over, so he had a chance already. Kaluki plays the ball forward. It's a good ball to Oliver, who should be getting on goal, and it's 1-0. I think this tactic works. I really think it works. This is 7th of the season. He's had a pretty good season for considering it's his debut year, but 7 goals already, good sign for us. And Scapato's got 9 goals now, and between the front 2 players, we've got 16 goals between them. We could definitely score. That's not an issue. It's defensively we need to work on. They got a goal kick, and Pagno finds Rigamonti, D'Angelo, and they get the ball. Bozzetto. I do remember having a lot of issues with this team many years, for a very long time, but recently it feels like we're getting better against them. We did take the lead against Arizo, and good defending in there to block the shot, but this team, I know we can definitely have issues with. It's just a matter of making sure we don't have issues against them today. I played the ball in the middle, it didn't work. And Oliver with a tackle, pressing really well to get that tackle in. Fantozzi finds Scapato. Please get on the 10 of the season. He's hit the post instead. Should have got that on target. It was 1-on-1. Should be scoring. Now Zeta Merce. Christian Roca. Oh, I was about to say on Fancy. I wasn't expecting that tackle to go flying in, but there we go. Makosi. That's good. Good defending again. But Benny with the tackle to stop that from going in. And it's been headed away now. If there's one thing I'm not concerned about, it's the amount of tackles we're throwing in and to stop trying to stop the ball from going in the back of the net. So half time, we've got a 1-0 lead. We've got to make sure we do things and we cannot get complacent. Let's tell them to not get complacent. I'm also going to tell some of the players I'm being disappointed by them. Bonucci being one of those players. Actually, isn't he booked? Need you walk your step? Yeah, don't get booked. That's what I'm going to say to him instead. I know they can definitely get goals for us. It's just a matter of making sure we don't have issues with that, you know? Ferrara finds Scapato. I tell you what, he's already done better than Antonotti's done recently. Here's Scapato, he's lost the ball. Okay. They get the ball again, and Bozzetto, okay. Not the best ball forward. We're trying to play the ball long. It may not work, I don't know, as they get opportunity, but oh dear. Oh dear. They got a free kick. Roca takes... I'm concerned with the set pieces, but they put it over the bar. Immediately we get a highlight. Tortilli finds Bonucci. And here we go. Scapato trying to play it to Antozo, I think it was. It didn't work. And yeah, they're having chances now. That's a concern. That is a concern. Antozo finds Bonucci, goes for goal. Wide of the post. They got a free kick. I'm concerned whenever I see free kicks coming against us. But here's Militano, who's coming for Scapato after he's had a bit of a disappointing game. Militano doing well. Plays in the middle. Oliver scores his second. Substitute works. Bringing in some replacements has worked in our favour, and Militano gets an assist. Jack Oliver with his 8th of the season. And I think we're good for strikers for now. I was complaining about the youth intake preview earlier, but now, look at the players we have. I think we're going to be good for a while, just because of some of the finishing we've seen today. That's a very good finish as well. Here we are now, Martina, Canturo, Zone. We need to keep more, I think. Canturo could have been a good ball. It wasn't the best ball for it. I think what he tries to do is try to make passes too often, and they got a goal. And Berardelli makes it 2-1. Game on, it feels like, for them now. This is our issue. I think what we have the issue with is we don't really keep our line. I think with the pressing we do, it feels like we're moving out of position too much, and it's annoying. So people with the long throw can play in the middle. Keeper try and get to that. He's got to that easy. Who is this? What's Oliver doing? Honestly, what was that he was trying to do? They get the ball forward, and we need to get the ball back. And Martina gets it. Good defending from him. Brazzoni now plays it forward. Here's Fantozzi. Oliver tries to get his hat trick. He could have made it through ball as well to try and play Militano in to return the favour earlier, but he didn't. I'm a bit disappointed about that, actually. Martina plays it forward. I think he could have controlled that more than just his head. We could have kept possession, but here's Lenardi, Bossetto. They put it wide. Okay, we're very fortunate here. Okay, this should be the end of the game. We're 95 minutes in. We're going to play a long throw in the middle, and they played it away, and it is over. 2-1. Oliver with the win. And I will say Oliver because he was the man he was the reason why we won this game. He had the best game, so some distance, 2 goals for us, and 3 points. We're up to 12th place as things stand. So yes, as things stand, we're in 12th place. I don't think we'll be caught by anyone at the moment, so that's something to look into. We've got 11 plus goal difference as well, so we've definitely got one of the best attacks in the league. And now we've got some decent defense. We just got to make sure we're more consistent with this going forward, I feel. So yes, that win moves us within 5 points of the promotion playoffs after the JLABTV were beaten and Siena only got a point as well. Finally, in the relegation playoffs, Graphics managed to win 2-1 against Bologna. And Livorno lost 3-1 to the team we smashed for 6. Wow, okay, that's a bit of a surprise. So, we're only 6 points away from Livorno and Siena, and 5 points away from the JLABTV. We're only 4 points away from Arzo as well, so we're definitely within the promotion playoffs fight right now. And we're 10 points clear of the relegation playoffs, so yeah, Caresse, they're now 6 points clear. They're 6 points clear of the Semperadeste 1. And with Venna, what did Venna do? What were they playing? They drew 2-2 against Arzo. Okay, so yeah, Caresse, who finished in 10th place last year with 53 points, are looking like they could be challenging for the title, or at least winning the title. So this is an interesting season for that point of view. Can we be within promotion players? I like to think we can. It's just a matter of making sure we continue, you know? So, yes. Can we do this? Who knows? What I do know is we're going to end this here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. Hope you guys like and share this video. And that you subscribe to my channel. It really does help me a lot. So anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.